My name is Anindya Ayu Rahmawati from Gunadarma University, and in this video I'm explaining Indonesians' migration to digital TV. After that, there is a talk show from our students talking about digital TV set-top box in Indonesia. Digital migrations is the conversions of the analog format to a digital signal while maintaining the integrity of existing content, context, and the structure of the record. For a while now, the word digital has been slapped with so many things. Most modern electronics are digital by definition as opposed to analog. But what does this term even mean, and is digital necessarily even better? For a long time, most consumer electronics in Indonesia, like televisions, work by using analog signals. Analog signals use some types of things that are constantly changing to represent data. For example, EM radio. EM radio uses a signal with a continuously variable wave height or amplitude to represent sounds or visuals. And these sorts of analog wave can be decoded or demodulated fairly easily with diodes that can relay actual data to a screen or to a speaker. But as any child of 1990s who grew up watching analog TVs, a massive drawback to analog technology is the possibility of interference. The variations in waves that encode analog data are so small that interference can easily disrupt the analog waveforms and cause snow on our TV, or even problems with monitors that use older VGA cables, which are actually analog despite most other modern computers being digital. Digital technology attempts to solve this problem by encoding and transmitting data as a clear-cut discrete units, namely ones and zero, instead of always changing waveforms that are super sensitive to interferences. So digital has obvious benefits. First, it's better quality picture. The digital broadcasting experience offers a sharper, brighter picture quality. Second, it has more choices, like more TV programs and services. Also, it has more services like radio, teletext, interactive services, game supports for the visually impaired, and internet. Digital migration is a process that is going to change the way TV gets to your home. So TV signals used to be delivered using old analog technology. In Indonesia, since 22nd November 2022, Indonesia has joined countries around the world and moving to more efficient digital technology, which is digital terrestrial televisions. Well, unless you're already getting satellite service, we all have to migrate to digital TV. But what does it mean to migrate? Let's start with how we used to watch TV before 2022. Our analog TV picks up analog signals, no problem. But when migration starts, we will need something called a set-top box to convert the digital signals. The set-top box is only temporary. In the future, all TVs will be digital and able to receive digital signals. So no set-top box is required. However, there are a lot of people debating what should go into the set-top box, the one we have to pay for. Some parties want to add expensive technology they can use and pay TV. This technology actually has many names. It's sometimes called set-top box encryption, set-top box control, or conditional access. But basically all these terms refer to the same thing, the expensive technology. Remember, hundreds of countries around the world have migrated to digital TV. Well, they managed to do it without requiring this technology. After 22nd November 2022, analog television should no longer exist in Indonesia. The current digital TV standards are very fragile and many people believe analog is more reliable. Why exactly did Kominfo or the Ministry of Communications and Information Technology force analog TV to shut down around the digital transitions of 2022? Is it conspiracy to get people to subscribe to cable and satellite? Recently, Dr. Ferry Ferdinand Alamsyah has finished the research on the migration of policy analogies to digital system in Indonesia from 2021 to 2022. From his research, he concludes that Indonesia's digital migrations has been successfully implemented. However, there are some problems. Some parties, which are local television stations, are not happy with this success. There are inconsistencies in the implementations of regulations, the oligarchies, discriminatory practices, and the emergence of false awareness. One of the problems is the implementations of analog switch off or ASO. It's regulated by Ministerial Regulations of Kominfo number 6 of 2021 concerning broadcasting operations. It's explained that analog switch off or ASO will be implemented through 6 stages. However, there is inconsistencies in the implementation of this regulation, so it creates a lag between ASO implementations and the regulations. Also, the set-top box distributions for poor household or RTM or rumah tangga miskin has not reached the target. It's only 3/9% of 6-7 million recipients of set-top box until ASO that has been implemented in 2022. With analog switch off, the Indonesian government intends to create more business opportunities for new entrepreneurs in digital technology. Analog switch off will encourage entrepreneurs to develop new TV networks. Many TV networks means various kinds of informations and entertainment. More entrepreneurs and businesses also means more taxpayers. However, most Indonesian TV networks belong to the same media for a long time. For example, under the MNC Group or Media Nusantara Citra operates 5 TV networks like RCTI, MNC TV, GTV, iNews, and IDX channel. And SCM Group or Surya Citra Media operates 4 nations television networks like SCTV, Indosiar, Ajwa TV, and Mentari TV. Dr. Ferry calls this phenomenon as the oligarchic practice. Speaking of digital things, this could have been very beneficial in mountainous areas while the implementations may be problematic. we are excited for TV to go digital, so let's make sure we get it right. Now, let's hear our students talk show from the Communication Science Study Program of Gunadarma University discuss this matter. Is digital TV set-top box worse or worse, and the pros and cons of digital TV set-top box in Indonesia. So, thank you.
Good afternoon, viewers. Wherever you are, meet us again, Kenny Dadari,
and Hazim Kamil
in our favorite TV show, TOP,
Talking with Opinions Others. We are so glad that we will accompany you for the next 50 minutes, and it's definitely with interesting themes and speakers.
Viewers, if I ask you about the words digital TV set-top box, what's on your mind? We all have heard about the analog TV broadcasting over this time and switching to digital TV since 2nd November 2022 at 24 a.m.
Such things encourage various pros and cons in the community. Besides that, there are communities that have not been able to provide device that can access digital TV.
So that's why in this edition that we will discuss a very interesting topic, which is digital TV set-top box worse or worse? So let's see the answer.
At our studio, several researchers have arrived impact from the use of digital TV set-top box. Please welcome Sandra, Farah, and Alwi.
Hello.
How are you guys?
I'm fine, dude.
I'm good. I'm pretty good.
It's so glad to having you guys at our studio today.
Now I would like to ask our guest, which will share her experience, Sandra. What are the negative impacts felt by having to use this digital set-top box?
Okay, actually we got the most impact of this are my parents. First, my parents couldn't not watch television, so my parents didn't know the latest information because they usually look for information through the news on television.
Isn't there a phone shelf to search for information?
That's right, but still for parents, television is more important than smartphone because it's different era with current situation.
Okay. Thank you, Sandra, for telling about your experience.
And then next, then I will ask other guests who will share her experience. Miss Farah, what do you think about this case? And then what the advantages and disadvantages about this case? Can you be explained?
Previously, this was based on my friend of mine whose family used a digital set-top box. He said the use of set-top box has advantage and disadvantage. The weakness that I know from the interviewers is that the use of a set-top box depends on the location of the region. If the area is remote, then the possibility of getting broadcast channel is small, as well as areas surrounded by tall buildings can make it difficult to get the frequency on the set-top box, and the use of the antenna must also be digital.
Okay. In your opinion, what are the advantages of the set-top box? Can be explained?
In my opinion, image quality is good, not blurry, because it is HD quality. If the user use Wi-Fi internet, the set-top box user can watch YouTube broadcast connected to the internet.
Then, in your opinions, to the use of set-top box and how it's affect to the society?
There are many pros and cons. The pro is with this set-top box making Indonesian broadcast TV a digital TV with good picture quality, but on the other hand there are cons. The cons are that many Indonesians complain about the high price of set box, and many people don't know